All right, so we are live. I know no one's on here yet because we're having issues. So Missy is trying to get all of you from the chat window that doesn't work to the new chat that is working.
We're going to get that one deleted.
So if you are on the other one, come to this one. And it just popped up on my phone, so that means it's going to pop up on your phone. So hopefully we'll give you a second to come on and you'll join us. That's what happens when we move locations in the house. So, hey, Mr.
Yes, speaking of, yes, so that was the
Cheryl.
problem. We come up here, y'all see we're in a new space, and it like immediately kicked us off. And we were like, oh no! Like we were up here, and yeah, it just wasn't good.
So now we got to figure out how to erase that one.
I'll work on that.
All right, so we're gonna struggle. We're gonna struggle keeping up with the chat because we really can't see.
You keep up with the chat, and you let me.
Oh, okay. So we're
gonna pop up.
Yeah, no. So you got to get done so I can get there. So crazy. So hey guys, welcome to the Max. We're gonna try to surprise you, be somewhere new, and
it did not work out in our favor.
It didn't work. We were like letting the kids have the big room, and we were gonna come up here to this little small room, and we blew it. So Misty's trying to get the other one off. We're on Max 2. So you need to get off Max 2 and go to
Okay.
YouTube.
Okay, never mind. I'll let you.
So I'm going to do this so Miss Mac can focus.
Yeah. So we'll have to kind of... Is that an antique dresser behind you? Yes. Actually, yes.
Yeah.
That was Colby's grandmother's piece that was given to us right after we got married. So most of the things in our home were either... Hey, everybody popping on. Thank y'all for finding us after that mishap.
Crazy.
Yeah, so most of the things given to us is we try to live very frugally. So most of the things that
Frugally,
we have in our... It is a word.
It is a word.
Most of the things that we have in our house has either been handed down from generations that are antiques, or we have found at like thrift stores, or we have made. So, yeah.
I'm trying to get on so we can see the chat. We won't miss it.
All right, I saw the one about the shirt. Okay, let's see.
The shirt. Okay.
I'm sorry, I still haven't gotten the more money order in for the shirt. Is it still available? Yes. So if you contacted me and said, I'll let you keep up with the comments, and said you wanted a shirt.
Hey, Trey. Hey, Rehab Life.
I pulled it for you. Okay, I'm going to get this off.
No, you can't get that off. You just got to leave it. Hey, she's touching the screen. She's touching the screen.
Well, I can't see. I don't like that.
Why don't you... Do we need to rotate?
No, it's fine. We typically have this set up on our computer, but we're having to do it from the phone tonight, and all the chat is like right here in my face.
It needs to be over my face because I'm the ugly one, so that way you can see you.
Oh my gosh, whatever. But I'm having a hard time, like, yeah, I will do the best.
I think we're like buffering. Are we okay? Can y'all see us?
I'm not a multitasker. Very single oriented. Focus on one thing, get it done. I'm not very.
Hey, we're so out of the element. I know.
Gosh, I'm gonna have to get up and get you a towel.
No.
He's pouring his coffee on my desk.
I'm trying to. We're away from the coffee machine, so we're so out of the element. We're quitting. Let's quit. Let's turn it off. It is crazy. So it has been a week. I hope the blurriness will end, guys. We are in the new space. We're not completely finished with it, but we are in the new space. So we're letting the kids have the big room downstairs. So that's why we're here, and that's what we're still trying to figure out too. And I'm going to invest in a coffee pot up here because my wife just said I spilled everything.
Well, you should have just put it in your cup and just drank 1 cup of coffee instead of a few.
Well, I just know if I had to go downstairs to get more coffee, I'd be like 15 minutes. All right, so I think everybody said we're clear. So
good.
Glad you're on. I hope the other people didn't go to the other chat and stay there and wait on us because we're a little late.
Well, that's why I was telling you to delete it.
I don't know. I think I deleted it. I think I did it right. So, all right. What? I don't even know what we were discussing. I messed up. Oh, the bull. So we were going to name the bull tonight. So we'll discuss that too. We'll talk about the last week and some of the storms we've had. We've got 2 good videos coming up the next 2 days. So y'all see those.
We need to put this up here so we can both read
I
them.
tried, and you said you keep up with the chat. Did y'all go back and rewind and hear that?
I did tell you to keep up with the chat, but I don't like not being able to see what's going
I
on.
agree. All right, so hey, Mr. Robert, how are you doing? So I'm glad to see you. I'm sorry we missed everybody that came in.
One of the things that I don't really like about doing it this way either is because the writing is so small. Hey, Morningwood Farms, how are y'all?
Hey, do you have your you got your contacts in?
I do have my contacts in.
She may not can see. So we had to name a U. We had some good suggestions.
We did, and you was kind of one of those like hard
What's up, Big
names
Dave?
because there's not a whole lot of U names out there.
Wait till we get to X. That's gonna be a hard one.
Yeah, that's gonna be a fun one. So, how have y'all been doing? Yeah, I am reading.
So, okay, let's ask y'all a question since Misty's kind of focused on the chat. How have y'all been doing?
That's what I just said.
I know, so I was reiterating because you were like, how have you been doing?
I know, because I was reading at the same time. See, I told y'all, single task oriented here.
So we have milk running out our ears, I will tell you that. So when we get done, every night, if we don't pour up the milk from one of the buckets, we have 4 3-gallon buckets. Y'all have seen them in some of the videos. And it's to a point where we have to do something with milk.
Oh no, I've got a low battery. Which means now, wait, you have a charger
Yeah, I have
here.
a charger. Now we're scooting over closer to the charger, guys. We are
It was
not prepared.
a good idea to come up here.
We were actually very prepared, but we were thinking it was going to be a lot better. So.
Yeah. All Things Acres, thank you so much.
We need to invest in internet service with that $5.
All right, we are going to have to maneuver
All right,
over.
so let's
just
scoot
a little
over.
bit.
We're going to get in front of this green piece a little bit better.
So, All Things Acres, do you have any specific
Other
questions for us? Yeah, I'm like moving us around. Y'all, I promise I'm not trying to make y'all drunk. Here, plug me in. All the issues so dedicated. Hey, we try to be because, I mean, this is our only time during the week that we get to talk to y'all. Okay, this is.
We're going to make everybody sick, though.
Yeah, I'm making myself sick.
You know we'd get the small charger, huh?
I know. It's like right here under my legs.
All right, so now I think we're okay. Got to get my coffee. We're just messing all up. I feel like we echo in this room, too.
A little bit.
Oh, gosh.
Okay, now I think we're finally set up a little bit.
Watch, we'll go with buffered in just a second again. No
From
kidding.
Kentucky.
Tired of the rain. Oh my gosh. The area
Look.
we're fixing to move the cows to,
Let's not complain though.
the area we are fixing to move the cows to is literally underwater.
Let's not complain though.
We're not
because
complaining. Lena, thank you so much.
Oh my
You
gosh,
shouldn't have done that.
thank you so much.
Now I get to buy a coffee maker.
Yes, you do.
Thank you so much, Lana Kay
Yes.
from New Mexico.
Thank y'all so much.
She's one of our diligent watchers, so thank you
Yes.
so much. That means a lot to us. We're unworthy of that. I always say we're unworthy of the gift, so. You lost your train of
I
thought.
did. Next, not to complain about the rain. That's what I was saying. Not to complain about the rain because in a few months when it's like burning up summer and there's a drought going on and we're watering, we're gonna be like, please rain.
Now, if any of you from the South, can you believe the coolness we've had lately?
It's been pretty
It's been like
cool.
40s and 50s in the morning, which is just absolutely crazy.
This afternoon was kind of nice though. I do have to admit.
Yeah, so Miss Mac, she got to come out with me and do some chores
We
this
moved
afternoon.
the sheep and we moved the meat birds.
Yeah, Latoya, you'll have to. It'll be yummy.
And then I went and gathered the eggs for the day and picked some strawberries. We only got a handful of strawberries though. I had a stroke. I'm slow.
Hey, take your time there. No
yes,
worries.
absolutely.
Have you recovered from the weather? We're still recovering from the weather, but it's just
Well, y'all saw the sheep
Yeah, it's
shelter
crazy.
and y'all saw the meat bird pen.
true rip.
Which was completely torn to shreds. Now, when was that? Was that last Wednesday night or Thursday night?
I can't even remember. Thursday, I think. No.
Friday. It was Friday night.
It was Friday night.
It's Friday night.
Hey, Cindy. Hey,
So,
Sue.
if y'all are not familiar with what happened, yes, the lightning and the chickens was awful. That was like, I was so shocked because me and Aiden had went out. When it's bad weather, I usually try to go out and help Aiden do all the feed and like get all the feed done and let him come behind me and just do all the water, because when we do it together, it just goes so much faster. So we went out and fed all the animals while we were trying to get done before the weather come in. And it was kind of raining on and off, but we were going to have like tornado weather that night. So, or the afternoon. So we were out working, everything was fine. We come back in and then the storm came in between lunch and when, what'd you do, buddy? You can't watch my phone right now. We gotta use it, okay? Jennings is up here saying, watch your phone.
That's usually how we entertain him, is he's watching something.
Yeah,
YouTube.
he likes to watch the kids' YouTube channel. But anyway, so Colby comes home. He was like, why are all the birds like, what is going on out? Like, why are the birds just like kind of like laid out? So anyway, I was like, what are you talking about? We were just out there with them. They were all fine. So we get out to the front and like half of the meat birds are just like laid, they're dead everywhere. And I was so caught off guard. We went out there and of course it had been raining so much that it was like a pond down in the front yard. So the only thing that we could really think of was lightning struck the ground and the current.
Happy birthday, Lena.
Channeled through the water and and killed birds that was in that current.
Crazy.
It was, I've never seen anything like it before in my life. So we got on, actually I come back in, but Aiden and Colby stayed out and picked all the birds. It was so many we were having to put them in the wheelbarrow. It was awful. And then the next storm that rolled through, we're going to show y'all some footage and stuff of that. Just terrible, terrible, terrible. Our shelter that was in there with the meat birds that y'all seen was thrown from there all the way, like 200 feet across the yard.
No more than that.
All of the metal mesh netting on there was all ripped to shreds. The sheep shelter was thrown from the sheep pen all the way across the driveway. It's demolished. Like there's no even fixing that. And I didn't tell you, when I went to drop my videos off the other day, there was trees down like everywhere. And it is not a confirmed tornado, but like I think it was
EF4. We had an EF4 come through.
So we were right on that. We were right, like we had to be on the outskirts of that because the wind was crazy. And we have some awful news. Y'all see all of that on the video footage, and it's just been, so we're still trying to recover. We were actually getting that metal mesh off of the meat birds when we moved them today, just trying to clean that mess up.
Big day. How was the smoked meat, the bacon? It was amazing. It really was good. It was so yummy. The bacon actually is better than we've ever had, and I'm gonna share that recipe with you. It's a little bit different than the first video we had, but it was really good.
Yes, it was.
Good evening, Miss Francis. Let's see. We missed a few comments. I'm trying to catch up. Do you guys have any recommendation on solar charger and electric fence for pigs? What we're running right now is we're running a
I would definitely get the Premier one charger
Hognet
for sure.
And a IntelliShock 60 and IntelliShock 120. Both those are good. We are a Gallagher sponsor too. They offer a little bit higher quality net. They tend to cost a little bit more. So you're gonna pay double, but they will last a little longer. I'm gonna leave that choice up to you. We give a 10% off discount if you choose to use our Gallagher link, and we can share that in our video. So that's up to y'all.
For all the ones that are on here, if you're interested in that, let us know, because we'll shoot you the discount code so that you can get that 10% off. And 10%
does save.
It saves.
Especially on
every bit
fencing
saves.
Stuff.
Yes.
Miss Sue, thank you so very much.
much.
A little something for the chicken fun. That means the world to us.
It really
for sure.
does. I mean, y'all, I'm telling y'all, we were so shocked. I mean, I have never seen anything like that before, ever. And when Colby was like, I mean, why are they all, or are they just laying down? I was like, what are you talking about? It was just, y'all, it was crazy to see all those dead birds lay on the ground like that. I've just never.
And that Miss Sue brings up a good point. For the chicken fund, we had a poultry operation reach out, and also another subscriber that watches us diligently, and we'll be discussing a lot of that in an upcoming video. That meant a lot to us. So
it really does.
So thank you,
really
Miss Sue, and we'll hit on some more of that in the next few videos on some chicken news, I guess you could call it. Mm-hmm. I just told Misty about 2 weeks ago, before these chickens got hurt. I'm getting to the point where in Big Dave, I laugh at Big Dave because he always talks about me not liking chickens, but I just told him after we slaughter these, I just don't know if I want to get another set until later in the year or either early next year, because we still have chicken from last year, and we're going to have a lot more beef and pork this year. So I said, why don't we calm down the chicken? We still have about 50 birds that we would have for the year, and all of a sudden, we lost,
half
lost
of that.
30.
Half of that.
Which is...
was a major bummer.
It was a bummer.
I'm telling y'all that I've never seen anything like that before. I mean, I was so shocked.
Rehab Life said, Colby, you inspire me. I'm sporting the facial hair now. Only mine is all gray. Hey, mine's getting there, man. Every time I cut mine, I was the beardless wonder the other day on some of those videos. Every time I grow back, Misty will look. She'll be like this. I said, what are you doing? She's like, you're getting more gray. Then she'll look right here. She'll say, want to get a haircut? She'll say, you're getting more gray.
Well, he gets more gray and I get more wrinkles, so I guess we even each other out. Or what comments are we missing?
We actually are okay right now. But yes, Simply Jen, you're right. Most importantly, we are okay. The kids are okay. We did have some pretty good damage on this last storm. And I mean, like today, it just flooded. I told y'all, we don't really get easy rains anymore.
We are putting those Freedom Rangers on the table.
Yes.
We are.
Misty laughed. The Freedom Rangers were acting crazy a while ago, because it's mostly roosters. It's got a few hens, so Misty, I'm moving the net, finishing the net, and she was going to go get the eggs or go get some feed or something. And they were irritating her. She was like hitting the fence.
No, they were all tag teaming on the hens, y'all. There's 10 roosters in there and 3 hens, and 5 of the roosters will just jump on her, and it infuriates me. It makes me so mad.
So I think after these chickens, we're going to probably have to raise one more set for sure for the year, because we lost so many. But I think we'll be okay. But it's funny. It's like God said, no, I know you're not. You're going to raise more, because I literally said 2 weeks ago, I said, we're not going to raise any more chickens probably for the year, because we have enough. We'll focus on beef and pork and deer. And all of a sudden, we lost all those chickens. It's like, man.
Yeah, I saw that question a while ago, and then we forgot to answer it. Do you have a tornado shelter?
No. We used inside the house with no windows area, laundry room. We actually, I'd say, we don't get a lot of tornadoes, but we do get a lot of tornadoes. But not like Tornado Alley, I guess. And our tornadoes tend to cause...
Not like the Oklahoma-Kansas pathway.
Now, lately, the last, I'd say 4 years, we've had a lot more. So we've talked about it. The only thing here, as I've told y'all before, our ground stays so moist. We're worried about a shelter getting mold and water in it.
For anything that would be underground.
Yeah. So it's just hard to deal with that.
Oh my gracious. Now, I don't know what
CRC, that's going to be some... Thank you so much, LaToya. I don't know how that converts, but please make sure that doesn't convert to that. Make sure it converts to something less than that.
Because we don't know what that is, but we don't know what.
LaToya said, okay, so I know that looks so big. It no matter what it is, thank you so very much.
Yes, that's right. It didn't matter if it would be $1.
We thank y'all for all
this. We are very,
Absolutely.
very thankful. Yes, we are.
It means the world to us, for sure. I'm in the southern. Yeah, so Big Dave, we agree. It's become more of a tornado alley lately.
Yeah.
We had a lot of damage about an hour and a half from us in Hattiesburg, a bigger area in Mississippi. That whole kind of suburban area.
Wasn't it?
Yeah, it's gotten tore up two or three different times.
It was really, really bad last year. Yeah. Probably months after. Why were we going that way? I don't remember why we were going that way. I can't remember. We were going that way. It had been months after, and it was still so much damage. Houses destroyed, trees still down everywhere. I mean, it literally looked like a war zone had come through there. So I can only imagine.
It's kind of close to Deep South. I mean, we say that. It's quite close to Deep South.
Right. Danny and Wanda from Deep South. So, you know, we know the fact. We couldn't imagine. I guess I said all that to say we could not imagine, you know, just because that was really bad.
Latoya, I would too. If all of a sudden my bill was in the thousands, I would be scared.
Yes. Absolutely.
Oh, goodness. And Rip's over that way too. So, yeah, the thing for us, we keep saying we're going to build the storm shelter. We just keep going back and forth and saying, I just don't know about the water. You invest all that money and all of a sudden we have water issues because we stay so wet. Y'all seen it. I mean, we stay wet here.
Probably what I would be most interested in would be the concrete
Big Dave.
above ground rooms where they're the full concrete rooms. That would probably be what we would need to do for our area.
Hey, Miss Kathy.
And
with the new room.
it would definitely be worth
the garage.
For sure.
Miss Cindy said the garage shelters.
Yeah.
For us, we've actually talked about taking a piece of our garage and not taking the whole garage, but taking a piece and kind of making storage plus that room and even making a cool room in there. Yes, our water table's way too high.
Yes, we hit water at 12 feet.
We hit a whole
16.
We hit water right when we cut in the ground because we're at a creek basin. But what Missy's talking about, when we dug our well, we hit a water basin, like a true pump area with, where the water sits basically at 12 foot.
Yeah.
So that's how low we are on the area in our area. We're low. So now we went deeper than that for the well, but that's how low. So we can't do a basement. There's just no way to really do that. If we dig a hole at 10 to 15 foot, like even when we dug our pool, I mean, there was water. They had to let it really dry out before they started pouring concrete.
Did you miss the bull's name? No.
No, we're gonna hit it in a little bit. We'll try to keep y'all interested. But what's so funny is we put rock where we're building our new no-till bed. I know y'all seen touches of it, not a lot of it, where the strawberries are. We have to keep that. We're building no-tills there because it's so wet. We can't keep grass really growing.
And we are actually going to do
smokehouse.
I think it's going to be really cool when we get done with it. We're going to build a channeling rock system through that for natural drainage that comes through there. It should be charged, huh? It's in there.
I don't know. I'm sorry, our phone went like dim.
Yeah, sometimes mine does that. I think it has a mind of its own.
Yeah, rehab life, we do too. I mean, for instance, where we're supposed to move the cows in 4 days,
it's underwater.
It is literally underwater. They would have to be in a boat. If y'all remember the picture and the video of Didio standing in there,
the deer paddock, what we call the deer paddock.
It's unbelievable. And the one we call the original sheep paddock, I don't know if y'all remember that. Both of those are underwater right now.
Yeah, we're going to have to skip that rotation.
And that's hard.
Otherwise you're going to really just tear up the ground and it's not going to be good for them. So we're going to have to skip that rotation.
Hey, Hallie.
But, it'll still be usable this summer. So it's not like... it will still be usable this
Miss
summer.
Darlene in Oregon says, hi guys, just wanted to, we plan to head lettuce and onions in big pots for now. What's so crazy is we have to watch our lettuce and onions. Our onions are almost ready. Lettuce is actually, one set's already bolting, so we're trying to cut it off and eat it first. But we're in full-fledged gardening mode, except for the rain. I mean, it's really putting us, actually a lot of people are going to have to replant. I think we're going to be okay. Except for
there
maybe
might be
corn.
some areas that we have to go back and put a few seeds, and mainly because it has rained so hard that it's just kind of washing some of the seeds away. But I don't think it's a lot. I don't think it's going to be a big area.
North and South said, well, we had to build raised beds because of all the rocks. Way too many rocks to grow anything. What's so funny is we're nowhere near that. Look, she wanted to show y'all something.
She's losing all her teeth.
She lost one on bottom and top in the rank spot. So now I told her she could close her mouth and still suck a straw with no issue.
You just put it in the gap, huh? You wouldn't even have to open your mouth. Remember, that's not your point your finger.
Hey, Logan said hey from Miss Stacy that came the other day to pick up the eggs.
Remember?
Hey, Logan.
The boy that got the turkey eggs? Yes, you do. Remember we were talking about who all got eggs just a few minutes ago, and you were like, "There was a boy in here."
You
Yes,
do
you
remember.
do. She's being silly.
All right, we'll go downstairs and be with them.
Go in, Bill.
All right, she wanted to show y'all, so she's toothless.
Yeah,
She's got nowhere. She's lost like 4 teeth in the last.
Well, she got.
I told her she's made more money from the tooth fairy than actually doing chores.
Yeah, she's the one that's like everybody else is up working, and she's like sitting back with her feet propped up, and we're like, Ellie, what are you doing?
We call her our gold digger.
Princess Gold Digger.
Yep, Princess Gold Digger.
Yep. So she's well, we were picking at her like, you're getting more money from the tooth fairy than you are actually doing any work. So anyway, I don't know what we're talking about.
I don't even know.
The garden and how the seeds are washing out.
Yeah.
And
Most of our soybeans and peas are okay. I think it's gonna be the corn, if anything. There's one set of beans we may have to replant, but we'll see.
but it is exciting. I mean, we really did need that rain. There's no rain like rain. I mean, there's no watering like rain from the sky. So I'm very glad that we were able to have that rain.
We'll have to roll up the potatoes again. So how's y'all's potatoes? Is anybody growing potatoes? How's it feel where the feed and animals, where it feeds? Yes. Okay. So that's what we were talking about on the corn. The soybeans are doing phenomenal. They're up. The soybeans are up about that much, and actually, you
Yes,
can
we
kind of
are
see
up in the office.
You can kind of see the rows pretty good. Like a lot of it's growing, but the corn, I think we're going to replant some of that.
Well, and part of the problem was probably because a crow and his friend found our corn seeds. So I had to take some long sheets of aluminum foil out there, and what I did was every few rows is I would like start at the top of the row and I'd put a long strip of aluminum foil down and a stick on it. And then I would go like 2 or 3 rows over and go midway down that row and put a long strip of aluminum foil. And I did not see the crows after that.
I laughed because she got mad about those crows. I said, crows are just like normal in a cornfield. We've always had the corn by our house, so the dog pretty much ran them off.
Getting
but
snow Friday. Oh my
she got mad about them crows. She took her some tinfoil out
I
there.
did. I went on out there. I was like, I don't have time to build a scarecrow, so this is gonna take me some foil out there. And the sun was hitting it, so it was glaring everywhere, and the wind was blowing, so it was flapping on the ground, making noise. Is flapping a word?
Flapping. We'll flap it.
So it was making noise, and I never seen them after that. But I was keeping an eye on them. I was like, we worked too hard for a bird to come eat all of our seeds. So. And then anyway, I went over a few rows and I would go all the way to the end of the row and lay that foil down and put a stick on top of it. And then I would go over a few rows and start back over at the top. And I put like 6 or 7 pieces all up through there. So,
Miss Kathy, North Star Prep Center, there was some loss in this last storm. So we'll have another video, not to be a negative Nancy, but we do have another video of another major loss on the farm. So you'll see that
say
Friday
that
weekend.
it was way bigger than the meat birds.
It cost us more than meat birds, for sure. Yeah. But we'll talk about that later. Did you move the pigs out of the muck? Actually, they're okay because they're on the highest part. We actually were going to move them today. But if we move them down one place in the forest, it's actually going to get worse.
Yeah.
So we're going to probably hold off and moving the pigs till Friday, which we've left them there so far 5 days over what we typically would leave them by Friday. So they were supposed to move last Sunday, but they're going to move Friday instead of Wednesday just because of the wetness.
Who was that said 125 more pounds of potatoes?
Oh my gosh. That's crazy. North and
South Homestead.
We planted 100 pounds, and I thought that was a lot. So y'all are rocking it.
Yep.
Which we love potatoes. So I don't blame you.
Yep. And that's something that like everybody loves, and that's what we were kind of talking about. I believe it was on last week's live about I think cabbage or something come up, and we were talking about how we really try to plant for our family. That it really doesn't make sense for us to put a whole lot of time in planting vegetables that like just me and Colby will eat. So we try to really focus more on something that the whole family will eat.
Our kids ain't gonna eat cabbage. What's so funny is some of our kids, we plant peas and beans, a lot of peas and beans.
Yes.
And we have some kids who love these peas, some kids who love these beans, some kids who like these kind of flavors.
It's so weird.
So we just make one every other day, and it seems like they'll all eat them, I guess.
Yeah. Like Harley likes more of like the string bean and not like the field pea.
Yep.
And then Aiden would really probably have the field peas more than the, and I'm just like, y'all get it together.
They can agree usually on the meat or on the starch more than they can the pea or bean.
Mm-hmm.
But probably all-time favorite for the kids is soybeans more than anything. Gonna start a trend. We'll hashtag it rehab life. Colby's yawn.
No, you made me yawn shortly after that.
After about the 4th or 5th day of going milking at 4, and then we just go hard all day. About the 4th or 5th day, I like crash, and I get tired, and I'll go to bed like at 8:30 and 9.
I was gonna say he goes to bed like super early.
You know, we've never canned potatoes. To be honest with you, we need to grow more because the ones we grow,
I feel like
we
we're
eat.
like looking over here the whole time. I don't like that. No, it's fine. I mean, I'm just saying,
no,
even if
let's
we're over
move it.
here,
Let's
I
move
like
it.
to read. I like to see and then read right beside it. But I feel like we're like totally in a different.
Okay, we're not coming to the office anymore to do this live because it has been.
Well, we have to
horrible
work
trying
on the
set it up.
computer situation first. Because it's like we were all connected and we brought it up and it was up here and then we come up to jump on and it wouldn't work. It was like you're disconnecting. We were like, what?
Well, let's go back and say this. I don't know about y'all, but we live in an area, especially in rural South Mississippi, we can put people on the moon. We can vote in elections from wherever in the world, but we cannot get internet to people. So we're on, like our internet service is based on 2 different wireless internets, and they're not even good quality internets. So they're like 2 internets, so we'll bounce from one to the other different parts of the month. Aiden actually got mad at me. He's like, can we just get one internet that actually runs the whole house? So
Hey,
we always
Mr.
have
Hank.
that. How about you, Hank? How are you, man?
So I saw a question. I mean, so y'all can meet. This is going to be our first season actually pressure canning. We have done hot water baths for years. I put up peaches and blueberries, and I've put up pickles and spaghetti sauce and all kind like things like that you can hot water bath.
Well, we're not canners, so let's start off with that conversation. So we're trying to become better canners because you can only have so many freezers.
Right,
So
that's
let's
right.
that.
So we're not crazy about putting all our food in cans because when your food gets to a certain temperature, you're basically destroying a larger portion of your nutrients. So if there's another way to preserve, like maybe freeze some, dehydrate some, or mostly eat fresh, we would prefer that. However, we don't want to exhaust all of our measures. That's like the saying, don't put all your eggs in one basket. So we are going to learn how to pressure can this year. I have had a lady come to my home before years and years ago. She's passed away now. I remember when Miss Stacy came years ago and showed me how to pressure can. But I still do not feel extremely comfortable with it because I know that they have to be watched very closely, and I have so many little people and little distractions. So it's hard for me to like totally stand there and sit over it and watch the pressures and all of that. So I did get Colby a pressure canner for Father's Day, an all-American pressure canner. I felt like that was the safest, most durable, American made, to where if we need more parts or stuff like that we could be able to access that.
We don't freeze dry. Well, we do dehydrate more than freeze dry. So let everybody say that we do dehydrate. I'm acting like you, tongue twister. And we've done some fermenting, and we usually try to eat raw. That's the main thing for us. Like right now, we're eating a salad. We're eating like 2 salads a day, or I am. I don't. Misty's not.
Yeah. So. But we do want to learn how to can some things so that when we have the freezers full, we have, eaten as much as we can, and then we still have some to put up, we want to can it.
Sam, I'm confused of what you're asking. I'm sorry. Let me know. if that's a real question. They asked me the same question. I can't remember. I don't know what they're doing. Make some jerky. We are actually off. Once we get ready for this cow, we have 2 steers that are not far, but one will be sooner than the other. The first one will be more ground beef for us, Christoph. The second one, you're yawning this time.
I know.
The second one, we're going to try to get a lot more cuts off of and try to do some jerkies and with either rounds and things like that. Because we've never dehydrated the meat too, so we're going to try doing that as well.
Yeah, sorry. Livy has been waking me up every 2 hours. She's turning into the
Lotus
other kids.
Blossom.
She had been sleeping pretty good. Like I would put her to bed at like 8 or 9 and she would sleep till like 2 or 3 and would give me a good stretch. But now it's like every 2 hours to the clock for the past several weeks. And I'm just like, it's starting to wear on me.
Lena, we can't have a cellar here because of the water table and because we're so moist and so humid. So what we do is we age them.
Here are the kids coming up the steps.
So we age them. I'm sorry. So we age them upstairs in a dark room, dirty still.
Yeah, don't wash them.
We'll let fan go across them, turn the air down pretty low to get them aged and kind of rough on the outside, and then we can store them.
Yeah.
We don't let them touch and things like that. So, but we can't. I wish we had a root cellar. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool. Yep. So we do want to learn how to do some of those things.
Hey, Dee Dee.
Like canning meats.
Welcome.
I've been told some of the best chicken is canned chicken, like that you homemade, like from your own chicken. So we really do want to learn how to do some of those things. We don't want it to be our primary source, but we do want to learn how to do some of those things. So we're excited about it. Like I said before, in the years past, I've just had so many little ones. I can't do it on my own because I feel like you really have to have somebody there. Okay, thanks. Get you a good night's rest. I feel like you really need somebody there to watch over it, just as far as watching that pressure. And so I don't want to do it by myself. So that was Colby's present.
Rip, we already have one of the plum trees we wanted. We've not found the one we've wanted.
Time's out.
But we're going to do some cuttings.
I solved that problem. So I've been talking to someone who I have always heard about using the root hormones. Now, I've heard about it. I've heard people talking about it here and there. I've never personally ever used it. And I don't know anybody that has said, let's see if we're going to come back on. I think we come back on.
Sorry about that,
y'all. Sorry. So anyway, I've had people... we've talked about it. We know what it is, but I've never had anybody say, I used it. I had great success with it until just last weekend. So we had some people come over and tour the farm, and we got talking about fruit trees, plum trees, and stuff like that. And the guy was like, man, I have had great success with that. You need to do that.
I agree, Miss Sherry.
So instead of paying $40-something for I did find one, but online the cheapest is like $43 plus shipping, and I don't feel comfortable paying that. I feel like we're getting ripped off. So I found a container.
We're hoping so, Miss Rebecca.
So I found a container of the root hormone stage 3. Apparently they go. I started doing my research. From stage 1 to 3, 1 to 8, 8 being like the most difficult things to clone basically, or to root. So I have a citrus trees and stuff like that. The level 8s would be for like the things that are more difficult. Level 1 would be for something like super easy, like some of your herbs, rosemary and stuff like that, that's super easy. Well, apparently the plum trees fall in stage 3. And so I bought some. I bought the stage 3, and I plan to use that root hormone to make our own trees.
Miss Sue.
So I am excited to try it, because this person had great success. They said, look, I used it. I made like 40 different trees from the trees I had in my yard. I think you'll be happy with it. So I'm really excited about it.
I'm sorry our screen's a little blurry.
Blurry.
I don't know if that's anything we can help. I think that's the weather that we're having right now, so sorry about that.
Yeah.
What pressure canner? We have an all-American pressure canner. And we need to do more. We're going to try to do a little bit of it. The first time, I'm afraid of video because I'm afraid we're going to blow our house up. But maybe by the next time, we'll be able to video a little bit of it.
Yeah. Yeah, it just makes us a little nervous because we know it you know, you just have to really know what you're doing, and we're going to definitely have to do some studying and research.
And we're
And
going to watch a lot
will
of
feel
vlogs too,
comfortable
so.
with it eventually, but we're not totally comfortable with it right
Jessica, hey, we do not grow horseradish. No one here. You're growing horseradish. I heard it's actually pretty hard, but we have never grown it, so I'm sorry we can't help you there either.
Yeah.
We're back. Are we back? Are we back? I think we're back. We do pickle, Robert.
Can y'all see us, y'all? It looks like we're still froze up on the screen.
All right, so I think we're buffering. I will say this. I think we're going to have to jump off because I do think the weather is getting bad. Are we back on?
Yes, we're back. We're
Okay.
back. Okay.
So if y'all know we cut off,
Shut
I
off
promise
again.
you, we love all y'all.
Yes, we do. We shut off again. Good night, guys. I want to ask, though, has anybody tried the root hormone powder? I just don't know if they're going to be able to get much out of us because it keeps buffering so bad. We're not going to be able to come up here anymore.
Yeah. All right, so let's end it. I'm sorry, guys. All right, let me tell you this right quick. If you could get this and watch the bull's name. The name.
Did y'all hear that?
Uno is the name of the calf. So we're going to end this vlog, and hopefully you won't miss it if you go back and watch the recording. So thank y'all so much for coming on.
Yes,
I'm
thank y'all
sorry
so much.
about the
She said talk
buffering.
about a cliffhanger.
I know.
We're so sorry. Uno, I hope y'all got that.
Uno is the name.
Yes, we picked Uno because he was our first bull calf up at the big barn. Born up there, he was the first one, so we picked Uno.
Ulysses was second because it had tons. So
that was the two that we were going back and forth between. So we loved them all. We loved them all, and we love to hear from y'all. Like that's like our favorite thing.
Yes,
we read all the
we loved
comments.
it in the comments. We read every one of them and comment back. I'm so sorry about the crazy buffering
Eventful
issues.
internet issues.
Yeah, so sorry about that. So we're not coming back to the office, so you'll never see this room again.
Not on the live anyway.
Guys, thank y'all for coming on. Again, sorry to cut it short, but I hope you have a safe night. God bless.